Yes!
Oh my god, dude.
Yes!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yes!
What did you really just do?
Yeah!
You're nuts.
How did I win?
You're
How did I
nuts.
win?
Let's go!
No, brother.
Let's go! I'm running around the house! I'm running around the house! I'm too good! Keep it!
Good calls, good bravery.
Whoa!
I'm so mad.
Back up. Play safe.
Oh no, Rudy!
Am I muted? Okay.
Oh no, Rudy!
I'm sending LOL GG. And I'm blocking him.
Rudy, the gas station!
Look at this thing on him! This thing on him!
All right, welcome to the Quackdown podcast, episode 5. I'm Tyler, as always.
This is Rudy.
I'm Fernando.
And let's get right into it with our quick little question. Anybody got anything mean to say?
Yeah, I remember you and I talked about this a while back, how people in Arizona don't know anything about burritos. Do you recall this
I
discussion?
talked about this with my dad the other day,
Really?
dude. Yes, it's one very specific thing about burritos.
Tell him.
Well,
because-
actually, there's kind of two.
what was the second one?
Okay, so the first one I think we're talking about is they don't put chili inside of the burrito, right? Or is it the other one?
It was both of them, really, but yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's
so
one.
like for breakfast burritos in Colorado, to me, it's just like common law where if you order a breakfast burrito, there's chili inside of the burrito.
Mhm.
And when,
Are you saying in Arizona they don't?
correct, isn't that crazy? Thank you for
Yeah,
the eyebrow raise. Isn't that crazy?
It gets worse.
Because it
See-
sounds so. It should just be like the rule where like
You know the breakfast burrito place like down the street from here? You know what I'm talking about? It starts with an S.
yeah, the one that's all over the place. In
Yeah, and
Colorado.
it's like a little tiny box.
Yeah.
The drive-thru, yeah.
Yeah, I went
Yeah.
there this morning.
Yeah,
Not
they-
to that one. But.
The first thing they ask after a burrito is hot, medium, or mild.
Right.
Or half
they-
and half.
Yeah, and they don't ask, do you want
Plain?
Right.
chili? They
Right.
go, what flavor do you want?
Yeah.
What spiciness?
Right.
The fact that Arizona being
Closer to the border.
yeah,
Right?
closer to where burritos originate from.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
I was shocked.
That shows
was
you who
shocked.
actually lives in Arizona.
Because like when I bit into the burrito, I was like, did they forget the chili? And the person I was with, they were like, what are you talking about? I was like, there's no chili in my burrito. And they're like, that's not.
They're
what
like,
do you
that's
mean?"
not a thing.
Yeah. I was like, what do you mean it's not a thing? I was like, that is the thing. I was like, that's what burritos are basically for. Are for like whatever you want to put in the burrito and chili. There's also and chili. There's never no chili.
It's on the menu. It's like the meat, the cheese, and then it says and chili.
Yeah.
Right.
Not optional. It's required by law.
The
Right.
other big thing is here, if you order just at not even a breakfast burrito, just like really any burrito, they'll usually ask you like, do you want it smothered or not? Right? That's
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
terminology. Do you
Smothered.
want it smothered? That's the term that I'm very used to. And
Yeah, I want my burrito put to pasture.
in in Arizona, I was like, yeah, can I have the burrito smothered? They were like, what do you mean by that? I go smothered, and she was
That's
like,
wild.
they were like, what?
You'd think Arizona would have just better Mexican food
It's
than
Yeah.
the word that they use in place of smother.
It really makes me mad
what.
because when I described what smothered means, they
You
were
want
like,
some
oh,
do you want some sauce squirted on your
no-
burrito?
Well, no, you're close. 'Cause- you're close in a way, because like when
Listen,
I
can we
described-
splatter your meat with some
when
real
I
quick?
when I described what smothered means to me, they were like, "Oh, enchilada style." I go, "No, no."
Dude,
I was like,
I
"No."
hate that so much.
No.
So much. Enchilada style? That's what smothering is to you?
Yeah,
It hurts my soul.
yeah. The
thinking
pain
about it.
is the
Listen,
correct
I'm-
response for this.
I'm the whitest person in this room by probably 4,000
Well,
degrees.
if I pull up my shirt, I'm pretty white. But
no, I mean,
Showing my calves.
Yeah.
no, I've been to Mexico with Rudy. I've seen the reflections.
Indeed.
That's absurd to me.
It
That
was
is
so
absurd.
crazy.
I could go to a Mexican restaurant run by only white people in Colorado, and they'd still ask me smothered or for breakfast burrito stuff. Like
Know
Yeah.
the rules.
it's
There are rules to this.
And it seems so like
how do you want your burrito? Enchilada style? That's
No,
stupid.
yeah, that-
Stupid.
it made
Those
me
are two different
so
foods.
mad.
Exactly.
How do you
made
want
me
your apple?
so
Banana
mad.
style? No, I want a fucking apple.
I want it peeled, so banana style.
That's actually a really good way to compare it
That's
to.
fucking
It made
dumb.
me so mad when they were like, "Oh, enchilada style."
That's
I
why
go,
you
"No,
left
no, no, no,
Arizona."
No, 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 no. The biggest thing I liked about Arizona,
The weather.
yes and no,
Disgusting.
because like
Because of the haboobs.
in winter, I didn't see a whole lot of
The
those.
what?
That's what they
Haboob?
call them. That's what they call 'em.
Haboob.
Yeah,
What is that?
it's
Sandstorm.
just a sandstorm. But
oh,
they call them
I
haboobs.
thought you were saying hobos. Funny.
Haboos.
Yeah, but they call them haboobs in
Daruti
Arizona. I don't
haboob.
really know why, even to be honest.
Because they.
And also, it rains. Right after every single sandstorm, it rains. So they go, here's all this dirt and shit all over everything.
Now let's clean it up.
Then they go, well, no, it makes it like mucky.
Oh.
Instead of just dusty where you could probably just like wipe it off and shit, it makes it like real mucky. It sticks. It makes the sand and stuff stick to the cars and stuff. It's so dumb.
Was there a story you told me about you like being kind of close to your apartment and either a huge sandstorm was coming or a rainstorm was coming and you just saw it like coming
Oh
after you?
no, okay, so that there was a building that's really close to where I lived freshman year, and I walked out and I'm walking back towards my apartment, and all of a sudden I see people like running and shit, and I go, "What?" I go, "Are y'all late for class? What are we running from?" And I turn around, there's a wall of water just coming towards me, and I was like, "Oh my god." I go, "Well, I'm not waiting this out." And I didn't have like an umbrella. I didn't have even a hood or anything. I go, "Fuck it." I go, "I'm 5 minutes away from my apartment. I'm just gonna eat this fucking water."
Oh my god.
And it just started pouring. I was like, "Oh my god."
The you know what a microburst is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are
Is it what you
terrifying.
just described?
I don't know,
Kind of.
'cause-
Kind of. It's the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Where just like
but like
a
the
real dark, heavy cloud
Yeah,
gathers so much water, then it goes, "I can't hold it," and just
It's-
dumps it.
like here in Colorado, we get like, we could get a lot of water in just a little bit, but like for the most part, it's spread out. This is like if all of the water that would come down in like 1 or 2 days comes down in like 5 minutes and then it's done.
Yeah.
And it's like hurricane level winds.
Oh my god.
It's like if you're in the middle of one, it's intense, and then it's done, and you look outside, and it looks like
like a storm just
the videos of them are insane.
It's wild.
It looks like a tornado coming down, but it's just water.
Yeah.
have we do we have these here?
We
don't know.
definitely had one out here in the fall last year because I was at work, and I was leaving, or I was like doing something at the end of work, and it was like out of nowhere. Like it had been sunny all day, it had been fine, and then it was like, and by the time I left, like all the rocks and gravel from people's yards were everywhere. Trees were broken. It
Oh
looked
my
like a
God.
tornado had come through, and
Wow.
but it only lasted 10 minutes, and then it was sunny and it was fine.
That's crazy.
They're wild. Weather's awesome. Have I told you all if I died in a tornado, I'd be like, okay.
Really?
Yeah. Cause like, what a dope way to go out. Everybody's like, he died of old age. A tornado? Forget about it.
I mean,
Love
I
that
guess.
Twister.
Like,
I
like
guess.
So in
I'm not gonna go out of my way to die in a tornado. But like, if it happened, my ghost could move on to the next world. He
If-
would not be waiting for unfinished business.
that's funny. Remember we took that picture of you looking like your ghost
Yeah.
was disappointed in you?
That's so funny. We did the long exposure, so like the first part is like what I'm a dead body.
It was like 15 seconds of him like hanging over like this fence post, looking like.
And then I move really quick.
And then he moved.
Oh.
So it looked like his ghost, and he was like, "How did you die like this?"
Oh, I miss those days.
No, if you were to die in a twister tornado, one of two things is what's gonna kill you, right? Either the drop from you spinning in the air, or you hitting something also in the tornado, right?
Yeah, what a view though.
What view? It's probably
Well,
just dusty and
I don't
shit.
think you would be like happy.
Not in the moment.
Right.
I'm saying
right.
as a dead
He'll
person.
be spinning in the air. Wouldn't it be
I'd be on a bicycle like the Wicked Witch of the East. Such a
That's a wacky way to be okay. Well, I don't know. Yeah.
Speaking of ghosts, real quick,
Mm.
do you
Oh no,
Yes.
no! Don't ask this question because
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to tell this story.
Yeah.
It's a very small story.
Finish the sentence. Yes.
Even ghosts.
Yes.
Sadly, yes.
You?
Yeah.
Okay.
I told you guys my house is haunted, but like me and the ghosts just like kind of do our own thing, and
You have
No.
an understanding.
yeah, like that time I walked home and like my smart lights came on because like that's what they're supposed
Oh,
to
I
do.
remember you telling me
And
about
then
that.
They went off, and I jokingly was like, "Oh, hello there!" Boom, right back on immediately.
I remember
Stop
you.
it.
Yeah.
Well, did he also tell you about like the light he saw in his garage? Do you remember
Oh,
that
I remember.
one?
You told me. Did you show
yeah,
me that?
yeah.
or
The
did you tell me
ring, the
about it?
ring camera that caught the little orb doing
yeah.
this. Yeah.
No.
Those are cool.
No.
I-
'Cause,
nothing.
Like, I have a very small ghost story, and I don't like that at all. Cause like I told him to this like 2 weeks ago, cause something brought it up, and it reminded me of this.
Oh,
We're
the
like,
push?
yeah, we're like, I was laying in bed just like scrolling on my phone, and I was like, all right, this is enough. I'm gonna plug my phone in and go to sleep. And I turned to plug my phone in, and when I turned, I felt like like this. I literally felt that on my back shoulder, and I turned around expecting to like
in full karate mode too.
like see my mom or
Look at
something
him.
like playing a joke on me, and nobody was there. Apollo was asleep, and I was like, nah. I was like, well, I guess I'm not sleeping tonight, because like, what was that? 'Cause
They were just asking you to scoot over.
it wasn't like a muscle spasm or anything like that. I felt like something go like that. And I was like, no. I was like, why?
How funny would it be if like you had a security camera in the room and it's just Apollo with like a really long stick? He's sitting over there like pretending to sleep, and he's just going.
Oh, no.
No, I love ghosts. Like
What?
no, okay, because I think it's a crazy idea that you don't like ghosts because you're a scaredy cat. I love
You
ghosts.
can't control them,
Why do you have to control everything?
Yeah,
because this is real life, not ghost town.
but like, if a ghost is just like having a good time, who am I to say no?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Exactly. You can't say no. That's my thing.
No. Like if it's like a demon or like a bad ghost coming in here and like trying to terrorize me,
Right.
then I'm like, hey, that sucks. But like the ghost that's just like kind of chilling here, making cool lights in my
Yeah,
garage.
but
that's-
that,
Let's be real. Like, hypothetically, of course, if you died and you were a ghost, let's say you came back to like, I don't know, haunt the two of us.
You
in
just
a friendly
kind of
manner.
you
Oh,
just
how
have
you go
fun.
about it.
I'd fuck with.
Yeah,
Oh,
you just have fun.
Exactly.
Yeah, but like
But that's the
That's-
thing is like
that's not most
They
ghost
have
stories.
personalities.
That's
Well-
not most ghost stories are like they're somehow trying to kill you.
No, this
Or
is the
like-
ones
that's
you hear
that's
about.
Really
that's
trying to freak
movies.
you out.
That's movies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause,
but
like,
that's the main thing.
You got to watch more
What do you
Ghost
mean?
Adventures
I
with
do
Zach
not.
Baggins.
I do not.
His last name's
I
Baggins?
really do not.
Yeah. Zach Baggins. I gotta show you guys an episode because it's genuinely really funny. You remember that clip I sent you
showed
where?
me one that was just
Oh my god,
ridiculous.
they're in a prison and they're like walking around and he goes, you know, I don't know the ghost's name, but it was like Thomas Grayfield, are you here? And then he goes, I heard you were a snitch. And I'm like, damn, they're just roasting this ghost to try to get him to come out.
That's
you were a
that's a
snitch.
big mistake.
It's so funny. I love ghosts.
You-
I love those shows. Like genuinely, you would not get scared by them because they're so ridiculous. And South Park does a really, really funny version of it where they're, because like any noise they hear, they go, "That's a ghost."
Right.
South Park, they come in and they're like, I don't know what they're searching for, but all they hear is like, "Oh, oh, oh, did you hear that?" And then it's in the dark. They're just like touching each other's faces, and they're like, "I just felt something on my skin." It's so.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan at all.
But you like Ghostbusters?
I mean,
I don't want to say completely different, but it's completely.
I
different.
will.
it
I
is
will
pretty
say,
different. They have a way to
Capture them.
defend themselves against the ghosts. That's not real life.
And who's afraid of Slimer?
You can't do anything about
No,
ghosts.
Slimer,
You're
I'm
lucky
okay
that
with.
you have this understanding with your ghosts in the house or whatever. That's also their choice too. Like,
I'm
oh,
also-
this guy's chill. Let's just.
I'm also not sure they're here anymore because it's been like 2 years since.
Yeah,
anything.
because you're probably not fun to fuck with. They're probably looking for somebody to fuck with, and they're like,
and I'm just like,
"Oh,
hey,
this guy is just."
So what about the ghost that pushed you? You don't think that was just like?
I don't know. Fuck that. I can't do anything about it. If I can't do anything about it, fuck. I don't want that. I want to be in some sort. At least have an option of like defense or something to control some part of the situation. With the ghosts, they can do whatever.
that's why I don't like those games. And I think like the newer Resident Evils, like 7 and 8, I hate them because you have no way of defending yourself. Most of the time, you're just walking around with a gun that doesn't do anything to anybody.
Well, that's how I feel about.
Outlast.
Yes.
I hate Outlast.
That's the
and
worst. 'Cause all
it's
you do is run and hide.
but it's not even scary at a certain point because you've done so much running and hiding that you're like, this is so boring. Like,
Yeah.
all I have to do is run, hide in this closet, wait. Oh no, he got me. Like, for the first hour of those games, you're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then past that, you're like, this sucks.
Yeah.
This is really boring.
And
Like,
then, I know this is more related to movies, but like in most ghost stories, the ghost is like confined to the space
Yeah.
where it either died or wants to be or something like that.
that's why Hill
and you
House
can
is
leave.
terrifying.
Exactly. Exactly. Because
Because it's the house
if
trying
the
to get
ghost
them back.
follows you, what are you doing? What can you do?
On the
Not-
flip side, that's why Bly Manor is not as scary.
Oh, true.
Because
Yeah.
in the Bly Manor, they are, first of all, the majority of the ghosts in Bly Manor are they're just like watching. They're just like chill. They're like, hey,
Yeah.
what's going on?
It's not that spooky.
Yeah.
Bly Manor is just
It's a love story.
It's a love story. It's a slightly spooky love story.
Yeah. No, it's
really
yeah,
good.
no,
It's really good.
It's
I-
really, really,
genuinely
really
really good
well
show.
done. And
it's
it's
not. It has ghosts in it.
but it's ghosts like Bruce Willis is the ghost in
Oh, in the
It-
Sixth Sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's fine because we all like.
Just
Bruce
spoiled it
Willis.
for everybody.
If you haven't seen that movie, I
Hey,
mean, I don't know.
Somebody didn't know Gatsby died at the end of The Great Gatsby, and that movie's been out. That story's been out for 100 years. We've been through like 50 presidents since that. 25.
There were a couple movies that I'm glad it never got spoiled for me. I got the full experience for like Usual Suspects. I
Mhm.
didn't have spoiled.
I didn't. Granted, nobody's seen it, but The Prestige I didn't have spoiled for me.
Oh, I saw that in theaters.
I did not see that in theaters. You're lucky.
I was pretty young.
You're lucky. That's crazy.
Rennie took me to see that. That was nuts. Oh, back to the ghost note. Does Apollo ever act weird in your house?
He does, because you'll be on the mic and you'll be like, Apollo, I hate when you do that. And he'll just be like
Oh.
sitting there growling.
Sometimes he does,
Oh.
but that's when if he hears something outside close to the house, that's when he'll do that. 'Cause,
That's
like,
his excuse.
If anybody is,
He's really seeing ghosts.
if anybody is like near the front of the house, he's like, "What the hell are you doing here?" You know, and like he'll like warn me about people near the house because he's done that a lot. Where like I've been in the backyard doing yard work, and like all of a sudden he'll start barking towards the front, and I go, "What's that?" And then like a neighbor's walking by or something like that. So like he's a very good warning dog.
Plus,
yeah.
like, he's an actual guard dog.
Yeah,
Like,
He's
Grits
a-
is not going to do
he's a Doberman.
anything to anyone.
Yeah, he's
Dude.
the
Actually,
classic
Grits
90s
Grits
villain
can
dog.
really disable a man.
100%.
Yeah,
He
like
he almost
Oh,
said that to me walking.
When
like
he
in.
jumps,
if Grits and
yeah.
Apollo were like besties, dude, Grits would disable him. Apollo would tear him to shreds. Like Grits would
yeah.
just bullet into your nards. I just knocked everything.
Dude, Apollo is. Dude, I love him so much, but he's the definition of a Doberman. Cause like, even if like my mom like playfully like hits me, he'll jump up and like start growling, me like, what are you doing? What this is not no, you don't touch him. Like, cause the other day we were looking at this machine that we wanted to get for our yard. And I know he's like this, and she was standing close to me, so I hit myself because he was looking the other way. I hit myself and went, ah! Why'd you do that? And he got all mad. He got all mad at her. And my mom is like, you're an asshole. Why'd you do that? I go, it's funny.
Oh, going back to ghosts real quick.
Oh, great.
There's some movie where like this little girl is like friends with a ghost
Mhm.
and somebody like pushes the girl and the ghost like snaps on that somebody. And I don't know what, I can't remember the name of it or what it is, but oh my God, I love that.
I think I know because sadly I've seen a lot about these movies because like even though I don't like them, like the algorithm of social media and YouTube and stuff shows me all this stuff, and I go, why are you showing me this? But I know you're gonna hate me for this, but there's a very similar episode in Agents of Shield.
God damn it.
You know what's crazy? Just as an off topic, because we never released that very first episode, episode 0, they don't know about his Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. backstory.
Oh, good.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
since I'm rewatching the 100. There's a lot of people from Agents of
Of
Shield in the
course there
100.
is. Oh my God.
Did you know there's a show with Julia Louis-Dreyfus and Clark Gregg that like
Oh,
is
really?
supposed to be hilarious, and they're both main characters, and it like got 3 seasons.
Clark Gregg has been in a lot
He's
of
been in a lot.
stuff. He was in Sets in the City for like a good amount of episodes too.
How do you know that?
My mom watches a lot of Sets in the City.
And you joined in just for those episodes,
You know,
right?
Well,
you
no,
know,
just
you know
like-
who owns every season on DVD?
You?
Rennie.
Really?
Yeah.
What character does he?
So first he
describe
doesn't know
himself
how to
as?
I don't
drive.
know.
Oh,
I
really? You
have
should
no
ask him.
idea.
I bet he'll have an answer.
Are you
He-
I guarantee you he'll have an
Honestly,
answer.
he seems like a Samantha.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If you asked him, like,
I don't know who
hey,
Samantha is.
Who are you? She.
I
I'm
do.
not gonna describe how I know. And why I know.
No, it's like because my girlfriend and I we just started watching Love Is Blind,
Uh-huh.
which is a genuinely I like the concept for like a dating show. They don't get to meet or see each other, so they can only hear each other's voices
Right. Until they.
until they decide to like get married or something like that.
Yeah.
And I think that's a genuinely cool concept, but like from afar, you go, oh, dating shows are like this is girly. They're so entertaining. Like
You know-
once you push past that, like, oh, this is, that this is for girls, this is for boys. Everything's just really entertaining.
I guess.
Yeah.
On that
Twilight
show-
is a great example
You
of that.
read my mind, dude. You
Dude,
read my mind.
Anybody that hates the Twilight movies genuinely like isn't a fun person because if it's like the Godzilla movies. They're just really stupid and really fun to watch and really fun to make fun of.
Yeah.
I will say, the last fight
Is
last
sick.
movie was
Sick.
It's
pretty.
dope.
It
It's
was
so
pretty
it's
fucking
dope.
cool.
It's so sick.
Wasn't it? Was it Rami Malek? Was he in the last?
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
Yeah. As
He's
like
dope.
the Avatar.
He's probably one of the
vampire?
strongest vampires.
Super
yeah.
cool.
100%.
Yeah.
He's so cool.
What's his name is in that too. I don't know his name, but I know his name.
Who is it? Which vampire is he? Which one?
He's
is
one
it?
of the head of the Volturi.
Okay.
Oh, the main one.
Yeah,
There's 3. Oh, yeah. What
Yeah.
about him?
I just know him.
Okay, cool. Cool.
That's it. I will say and this is part of the books too, because I read all the books in 5th grade. By the way,
You read the books?
yes, with it. Miss
There's some big ass books.
MJ. Do you remember MJ in 5th grade? Cause,
Oh yeah.
And then there was
Wait.
Miss SJ,
Oh, I am thinking of SJ. Who
Yeah.
the fuck is MJ?
the red-haired teacher.
I thought that was SJ.
No,
What?
because you had SJ, right? No,
No.
because there were 3. Anyway, whatever, whatever.
Yeah.
She like did a book club thing, and somebody suggested Twilight,
I got MJ. I got him.
and I'm gonna say the initials of somebody that we all know and love in like 5th grade middle school. ND.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
He read it
Stop
in
it.
the book club and loved it.
really? Dude.
Are
Loved
you
it.
serious?
Loved it. No, those books they're not bad. It's stupid. You have to put your mind somewhere else and just go, all right.
You read those?
Yes.
In the 5th grade.
Yes.
That's so funny.
But
He's one of the funniest guys too.
100%.
hilarious.
I love that we both knew.
Oh yeah.
But because I've read all the books, it's a plot point that they carried over that I hate, and it's the fact that that what's his name, the hot werewolf, falls in love with the baby.
Oh yeah.
That's
Well,
such a
No, that goes along with the rest of the entire story.
I get that,
Because
but
Edward is what 100
No,
something
it's-
years old technically. He falls in love
vampires.
with a high schooler.
Yeah, no, that from the beginning, it's a weird
Yeah,
concept because
yeah.
he's been alive. He's well past 18.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
well under 18. So it's all weird. Like, just because he looks 17, he's like 117.
Yeah.
But the baby one gets me even more because, like,
It's a baby.
he looks, 20. She's a baby with the
Yeah.
weirdest CGI face, by the way.
And I love. Oh
Yes.
yeah, that's so weird.
Horrifying.
I love how his
Awful.
excuse is like, I don't get to choose who I imprint on or something. I don't. You could at least like not say anything or something like.
That's such ugh. There's a reason, and I don't know that woman hasn't really done anything huge since Twilight. That wrote those books.
Oh really?
She like
Does she
rewrote.
need to do anything? I'm sure
I don't.
she
I'm
made
sure she's
a
fine. I'm
crazy
sure
amount
she's
of
fine.
money
fine.
from that. Yeah.
I know she. That's crazy that you know her name. I didn't even know her name.
I
Yeah, that's crazy.
crazy.
But I know she wrote like a rewrite of the first book, but instead of being told from like Bella's point of view, is told from Edward's.
She wrote that?
Yeah, which is interesting, but like, who cares?
Yeah.
The story's already there.
Yeah.
Right.
It'd be like changing The Walking Dead for the first couple seasons to be from Shane's point of view.
Oh yeah.
But anyway.
I would watch that
I would too.
though. Just
Give
for
me more
the
John
sake.
Bernthal and I'm
Well,
okay.
that's the same with Cobra Kai.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
true.
the same exact thing. Yeah.
When is that coming out?
I
Oh,
don't
you know what I
know.
just found out?
What?
Did you know that Hawk and Miguel have a podcast together?
Oh really?
Yeah, and on their newest one they had I'm forgetting his character's name, Johnny's son. That actor.
Johnny's son. Oh yeah. Okay.
On the pod.
Okay.
He was like, I'm gonna get a Cobra Kai tattoo when this is all done.
Oh dope.
And
I'm
Hawk's
I'm,
like,
I'm kind of surprised.
what's
they
it gonna
don't.
be? Instead of a hawk, please make it be a hawk.
Cause he in the show he has a full hawk tattoo on his back, doesn't he?
Yeah, but he's not getting the tattoo.
Oh, the other guy is.
Johnny's son.
Oh,
is,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the last time, I promise. Going back to Ghost.
Oh my
Wait, hold that.
Okay.
I will say, in Ghostbusters, none of the ghosts are scary except in the first one, the library ghost.
In the original movie?
When they're like down in the deeper parts of the library and she's just like sorting books, and then like they
Oh.
make a noise and she goes,
Yeah, yeah.
and then like they don't be quiet, and then she like freaks out and goes scary. That's traumatized me. It's like Jumanji. Anyway, continue.
On that same note, Pee-wee's Big Adventure,
Mhm.
Large Marge. You know what I'm talking about? Have you seen the movie?
Not in a
I
long
don't-
time.
I don't know.
Oh, dude, there's this scene where he's like, he crashed his car, so he's like hitchhiking down the highway, and he gets picked up by this woman in this big truck, and she's called Large Marge, and she's telling like this ghost story of like on this same night, like there was this horrible accident, and at one point they do like this horrifying like CG monster face that to this day like still really creeps me out. You guys haven't seen. I'll show you guys sometime. Anyways, back to my ghost story. You played Beyond Two Souls, right?
Yes.
With Ellen Page.
Yes.
Back then.
Elliot Page now.
Elliot Page now. Do you remember the level where it was the birthday party?
Mhm.
She gets invited. So, reference to the game, she has like this ghost that kind of follows her, and she's kind of lived her whole life in like this laboratory because her parents knew about the ghost and they're like, we're not taking care of you. Like, go be a science experiment because this is too much.
It's
for
a
us."
fucked up story.
It's a really fucked up story.
You would just
You
really
like
quick.
it.
You would like all of those games
Yeah.
because they're very simple. It's like watching a movie, but like every choice you make matters.
Yeah. So there's this mission where she's like a teenager or a kid, maybe preteens.
Yeah.
She gets invited to a birthday party, her first ever birthday party, and she's like incredibly nervous. Willem Dafoe plays like her science dad,
Oh wow.
which is cool. And he drops her off, and you kind of have a decision on like how you want to go about this party. They're like, hey, like, do you want a beer? Stuff like that. Eventually it leads to like her getting kind of bullied, and they're kind of making fun of her, and they lock her in like this closet, and she's like freaking the fuck out. And so from the player's perspective, you're now taking control over the ghost, and you get to decide how you want to fuck with these kids and to what extent you want to fuck up these kids. Like, you're going to bully her? Nah, I'm going to make you regret it. So you can go as far as to like legit burning the house down.
What?
It's a crazy mission. It's one of
Wow.
those like, whatever decision you
Yeah.
choose, like kind of flicks the story.
The
But
rest of it, yeah.
um,
Wow.
I thought that was a really fun mission. I definitely burned the house down. Nobody died, but the
No,
house got burned down.
I'm right there with you. Like,
Because you could, I think you had the decision, like, do you just unlock the door and let her escape, and then do you leave? Or do you let her leave and also fuck with the kids and go
Oh,
to
wow.
revenge? You can, yeah. I was like,
Hmm.
nah, we ain't going out of here. Nah. I get some payback.
that kind of just brings up just like a side point. I think bullying is the stupidest fucking thing ever.
It's
Oh, yeah.
ridiculous.
Like, genuinely, like, I don't know why people can't just be like, mind my own business. Or like, if you have an issue with somebody, just like don't talk to them, don't interact with them. It's that
it goes
easy.
back to that, like, that school stigma that we all had growing up. Like, school was like where everything mattered to us at the time, and,
Mhm.
and there were like stupid like reputations and like
Like
images
cliques
and
and stuff,
cliques that we
yeah.
all had to hold ourselves to because there was
second-
nothing greater than outside of school.
The second you're out of public school, you realize, wow, this is all stupid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you don't see they can't see it until they're out.
Mm-hmm.
And so just telling them like, hey, you don't have to listen to that what that person said. Like, it's like they can't not do that. And it's stupid. It's dumb.
When I got bullied in middle school because of this thingamajig.
Really?
Yeah, I got called by I'll just use initials again. Her first initial is A. Huge.
Oh, got it.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, I don't. Who?
You could probably type it on your phone and show it to him, but
I didn't like
he
this
called
kid.
me Junos.
Really?
And then Miss heard it. Gotta quack that out now. You know who I'm talking about now, but she heard it, and then
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
we both got in trouble.
Why did you
What?
get in trouble?
Because I don't know.
For not being a snitch?
Did she hate
I don't
you?
Or
know.
what?
Oh God, that's
Let's just throw him
Yeah.
in there. But
No, I have no idea. But that was, I've never like, ever since then, like now, I'm just like, how do you how do you send the person that was getting bullied to the office too?
yeah, for
It
real.
didn't make any sense, and there were a lot of situations where somebody was being a bully, someone was being bullied, and somehow you just ended up throwing both of them into
Yeah.
punishment, which
Yep.
helps nobody
Right.
at all.
Yeah.
She was, on another kind of side note, she was a big stickler. That teacher was a big stickler for like gum chewing in middle
Mhm.
school. And for whatever reason, we had a presentation in her class, and I go, well, I'm not gonna spit out my gum. I'll just try to hide it. And when like the other person I was doing the presentation with was talking, I just lost that I was trying to hide the gum, and I started chewing it in front of the class. And she was like, "Yeah, you can go spit that gum out." I was like, "Oh right, I have gum." I was like, "Dang it."
Also,
Ugh.
a stupid rule. Can I just chew
It's
gum?
ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Like I get it. There are some shitty kids and they'll like clog up the water fountains, but like just let me chew it.
yeah, seriously.
Just let me chew it. It's gonna happen anyways. But
No, I
She was a
remember.
cool teacher though. Besides all that
Yeah.
stuff, she's a really cool teacher.
yeah, do you remember she did the she at the end of the semester she did the cotillion where if you were pretty much
Yeah.
like failing, it's like if
Yes.
you're failing and you want to pass, you have to dance in front of the class
Yeah.
formally,
Yeah.
and I'll give you a passing grade. And I had to do that.
yeah.
I think there's
Oh really?
I think there's pictures of it on my Facebook
Oh really?
from that day. Somebody
That's
took pictures
hilarious.
with me. I was dancing. It was me, and I danced with first chair trumpet.
Really?
Uh huh.
Oh wow.
Yeah, with
That's
what's he
funny.
first chair? A hat.
Yeah.
Fedora.
Oh, I know what
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about. Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Z.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I going back to ghosts.
Oh my god.
Me and him almost started we were like trying to start a ghost hunting thing. Like we wanted to go ghost hunting.
When was this?
I think it was in middle school.
Really?
Yeah, because we had plans and everything. We were looking up like ghost hunting equipment and stuff. We had
Middle
like,
school?
yeah, we had plans.
What money?
None money. We had plans. That's
you
what I'm
don't really
saying.
need money
Yeah.
to go find ghosts.
Well, you also don't need money to make plans.
That's true.
I didn't say we did it. We just had plans. I literally the whole time I had him in the back of my head, and I'm so glad you said the hat because that immediately I knew exactly who you were talking
Nice.
about.
Yeah.
Oh, those are the days, man.
I'll pop up those pictures after this of that cotillion. It was crazy.
I
Let it out. Yeah.
Say it.
no, I really would. I think we should go ghost hunting for one of these episodes.
no.
I think that would
No.
be so much fun to do like
You
an
guys
hour.
know-
We can't even get him to watch Blind Manor, let alone play like a scary, spooky game.
We got.
Yeah,
I
I'm
want
He
good.
wants to deal with it in person.
I'm good. Yeah.
I'm telling you,
no.
I think one of these. Okay. So one thing I was thinking about, just for like a future movie thing, I really, really want to watch that episode of Hill House with the two storms.
Yeah. it's a good
Just as
The
like
two stars.
where it's like a single take through like the funeral
and the-
home, and
oh,
then it
yeah.
transforms. Like you'll like open a door and boom, you're back in the past. And
Right.
I love that episode. It's terrifying, but from like a filmmaking aspect,
So well done.
It's
so
cool.
well done.
Yeah.
Like that's why I want you to watch Bly Manor, because there's a couple episodes that are just like that.
No.
It's not
'cause
scary.
You had to like. You bribed me to
I did.
watch
I
Hill
had to give you a
House.
controller.
you like
yeah,
it?
that's right. I mean, I guess.
We talked about it, and you were like, "It was pretty good. It was terrifying."
The story's
Yeah.
good, yeah, but like I'm not a fan of like
But that's why.
things that happen in the story. If that made sense, like no.
Well, how would you rate the spookiness level of Hill House?
Hill House is
In your
very
opinion.
scary.
Well, just okay, so like even if there's not a lot of it, it's just the situational aspects of when ghosts and stuff are relevant to the story
Mhm.
that I don't like. Cause when I watch stuff, most things I like to try and put myself in their shoes, and that makes me like kind of understand the story better.
Mhm.
And that's what I didn't like in not the majority of Hill House, but like certain parts of Hill House. I was like, please no. I was like, can we stop what's going like kind of the main
Spoilers.
character who dies at the
First
beginning.
Yeah.
When I learned that
What?
she
yeah.
was the lady, I was like, fuck off. I was like, I do not
That
need
is-
this.
But that was great.
That's
'Cause-
one.
'cause
That's one of the
essentially she's-
saddest.
Oh,
It
absolutely.
is sad, but she's terrorizing herself.
Yeah, it's crazy.
fuck that.
That's one of the craziest twists.
and that goes
and
back.
the transition of
that
that,
goes
scene,
back-
too. when
That
Oh
goes
my
back to my
God.
point. Even though it's her ghost, she can't control it.
Yeah, that's even. Yeah.
She is terrorizing herself, and,
And she
she
can't-
can't control that. No.
She
No.
kind of
What would you rate it?
can towards the end. Cuz
A
she
little.
Kind of.
She
just because
warns
she-
them.
Yeah, because she.
like the car scene.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
That one got me.
Well, that's the
that
point
gets
of that scene.
yeah, that gets everyone
Is like you're so
into it.
into the conversation that the two sisters are having, and then
Mike
It's
Flanagan
almost
is
for
a
no
dick
reason.
for that scene.
Yeah.
it's
'Cause-
almost for no reason they just go, oh yeah, by the way, here she is.
Because
And
there's
go,
not a lot of jump scares throughout the rest of the thing. It's just
No.
like it's the atmosphere and the terror of it all.
Yeah.
And then there's that scene, and you're like,
Yeah.
"You dick,
'Cause the-
you dick!" I knew you. You even said he says all the time, "I hate jump scares. I like to build the atmosphere." And I'm like, you just were sitting there going,
Well, let's just do one.
I'll just throw
Come
this
on.
one in. Yeah.
"Come on, this could be
Because
good."
the spookiest jump scare in all of Bly Manor, I think, and it only happens like maybe 2 or 3 times, and even then it's still brief, is whenever she manages to see like the ghosts of her dead boyfriend, and you just see like the flashing. glare of
Even
the
that-
glasses. And even then it's like,
It's
okay, wait, what's your rating? Spookiness of the first one?
Spookiness.
Overall spookiness.
I
Like-
guess out of 10, I'll give it like a 5 because it's not in a whole lot of the show.
Then,
But like when it is in the show, obviously I don't like it.
then based on what, if you're giving that 5, then I would say by your scale, Bly is a 3, if not maybe a 2.
No, okay, I understand it may not be as scary or stuff like that, but I'm going for no scary.
But you're
I like-
depriving
I like
yourself
no
of like
scary.
a really really good story.
And experience.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
That's
it's
fine. You guys haven't watched Agents of Shield. I'm
I've,
fine with
I've
that.
been
I'm
I got
fine
2
with that.
seasons through it.
There's 7.
I'll tell you what, I will watch all of it without distracting myself with any other shows. Any other shows. I will watch it from beginning to end if you watch Usher and Bly.
Oh, God.
That is all I ask of you. And I will start today. I will get through, I will restart too because I don't remember a lot of it. So I'll restart. We can talk
I'll
about
restart
it.
too. Just-
But if you watch both of those, I'll watch it no
Oh,
problem. And I'll
God.
probably love it because if you love it, there's no way that I don't love it.
Well, I like it because everything that I like about movies and shows is in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That's kind of why, bringing it back to last episode, why I was fighting for my version of Dune to end up happening. Like, because I kind of really did the happily ever after type of
Yeah.
ending. And recently, there's just been a little too much of just like, oh yeah, it's happy now, but then it just ends up in terror and this stuff. And
Yeah.
Like, I get that. I get that that's...
You're rooting for it to end in a
yeah,
nice way.
because that hasn't really happened in a lot of more recent movies and TV shows. That's
Mhm.
not really a big thing anymore.
Yeah.
But like, I like it when that happens. If it's cheesy or not, I just, who doesn't like a
You-
happy ending? Like,
What?
I can't say anything because he hasn't seen it yet, and you haven't seen it, but you don't care about seeing it.
what about what?
Godzilla.
Oh,
That
last night when we played video games.
I hop on and I was like, "Have you seen Godzilla?" And he goes, "Yeah, I actually saw it this morning." And I was like, "What did you think?" And I go, "Cause I loved it." And he goes, "I haven't seen it yet." And I was like, I'm like, I need to talk to somebody about it because that movie is batshit insane.
Good.
I have never seen a director go, "I'm gonna have so much fucking fun right now," and it's
Good.
Oh my
Wow.
god!
because they
I feel like that's what. Granted, I haven't seen any of the Godzilla movies, but I feel like that at its core, that's what it should be. It should
No,
just be
like
fun.
Yeah.
the I think it gets more fun because like the first Godzilla and the first Kong movie, they're like semi trying to take themselves seriously.
yeah.
It's a lot of more like, look at what the destruction Godzilla is causing. Look at how massive
A
he
lot of
is and
setup
terrifying.
for-
And then you get to like
King of Monsters.
King of Monsters is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like they start having like hovercrafts and like it goes way out the door.
They
And
bring
then
the majority of
Godzilla's
yeah,
that-
whatever they're called.
I think Godzilla versus Kong should have happened second.
100%.
and then King of Monsters, and then I still think this one should be where it is.
Yes.
Because King of Monsters, like the three-headed dragon, King Ghidorah, that's Godzilla's Thanos.
Right.
Yes.
And that's like they honestly should have done what DC did and done the Versus movie second.
Yeah.
Because I think it's Godzilla.
They got to King of Monsters in 2 movies.
Yeah, he defeated his biggest nemesis, and then you're like, oh, Godzilla can't lose. And so, but now I'm like, okay, he can't lose. These movies are just insanely fun.
Right. They're
This-
just
I cannot. Oh man.
Is this Godzilla the same one as the first one with like Bryan Cranston?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay.
And when
'Cause it
you-
seems a
When-
little different.
Oh my god, I watched that one recently. When you go see Godzilla and Kong, the contrast in everything is insane. Like Godzilla, they make him smile. Like
yeah.
in Godzilla versus Kong, he beats the shit out of Kong, and then Kong's like laying there, and there's a zoom in on Godzilla, and he goes. It's so, oh, there's like wrestling moves in this movie
Oh, really?
from Godzilla.
Oh, okay. I definitely thought you were gonna say Khan right
No,
there. But
it's
if it's from Godzilla, that's hilarious.
it's so funny. It's so funny. It's a 7 out of 10 movie that made me feel like I was having a 10 out of 10 time.
Wow. Okay.
That's great.
All
That's
right.
what you
That's-
should go into
and-
those movies thinking. Just enjoy the movies.
The
Stop
ride.
looking for certain types of movies like that. Stop looking for
Yeah.
plot holes.
And
Stop looking for a good story. You don't need a good story. You're sitting there to just enjoy crazy shit happen. Like that's
I think
it.
the best part about it is they really honed in on one character group to follow. So like you have the monsters, but then you also only have like these 4 people that you have to care about. Whereas like past Godzilla movies, it's like, look at all these human villains,
These
look at
people,
all
those
these
people,
people
this group of
everywhere. You
people.
don't care about them. This guy's here. And then
Yeah.
that drags the story down.
Yeah.
Whereas this, it's just batshit crazy all the time.
Good.
All the time.
Good.
I love it. And it's
Good.
short, so it doesn't like,
Really.
it's under 2 hours.
Really.
So was
Wow.
Godzilla vs. Kong.
Really.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's fast, which I think is good for a monster
I would have
movie.
thought a movie like that would have been like closer to 90 minutes.
Yeah. And that's what it feels like, and I think that's perfect for these because they pack so much. I can't wait for you to watch it. There's one scene.
I'll probably see it soon.
Oh God. Yeah. Well, anyway, speaking of movies,
It's a time.
we are at 47 minutes, roughly 45, 46, somewhere in there. I don't remember when we started. But we are going to watch the movie Warrior, starring Tom Hardy and Joel Edgerton, something like that.
Edgerton. Oh
Edgerton.
yeah. Oh yeah. That's right. That's his name, yeah.
This week it was Fernando's movie, so he picked Warrior. Do you want to give just like a quick synopsis, what it's about for people that haven't seen
Synopsis of
it?
it?
Yeah, just like a breakdown.
Without giving too big of spoilers, it's mainly just about it's like a story of 2 brothers, and
MMA fighting.
how essentially they went 2 different ways in life, but then just meet up in a big fork in the road where they haven't seen each other in a long time, and they run into each other in this event, and it's hard to not disclose.
I get
the
it,
movie
I
'cause
get
it's
it.
it's a very
Is
straightforward
this
movie.
Creed 3?
Uh,
Sounds a lot like Creed
in a
3.
way-
I'm sure it came
in a
I'm sure
way-
it's before Creed 3, but
in a way, it's very similar to
Yeah.
that type of story. Yeah,
I don't even say
it's
Okay.
it's a really, I really like this movie.
Yeah.
Just because
It's
a
got
really
good
cool,
reviews.
it's a really cool brother story.
Mhm.
It's a really straightforward movie. It's not too hard to understand or anything like that. Their dad is a really big actor. I'm forgetting his name, but he's really good in the movie. It's
And
a good movie.
Rudy
Tom
and I
Hardy.
have never seen it.
Tom Hardy.
correct.
Oh,
so
you haven't seen
I
it
have
either?
not seen it. So
Ooh.
so this is gonna be a good combo.
If you like MMA, it's a really
Yeah.
good movie. It's fun.
Um,
It's a fun ass movie.
Yeah. Well,
Sick.
it's available on Netflix, so if you do want to watch it before listening to this back half, very easily accessible. Um, And yeah, so we're gonna go watch it, and then we'll be right back.
Sick. Let's go watch a movie. Hey guys, this is Rudy from the Quackdown podcast. If you guys love electronic dance music, be sure to check out my own DJ radio show called Axiom Radio with Drebin. It's a 2-hour monthly radio show hosted by me. For the first hour, I play some of the best tunes that I found for the month and piece them together for a euphoric journey. The second hour, I pass the decks to a guest mix of the month where they finish off the journey however they please. So if you like trance, melodic house, or techno, check out Axiom Radio with Drebin on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast listening app. And be sure to give me a follow on Instagram at drebin.music to stay up to date on the show.
Hello, viewers and listeners from the Quackdown podcast. I'm coming at you with this week's Quack Fact, and it is that ducks can live up to 20 years, depending on the species and if well cared for. So since we have domesticated some duck species, you better be prepared to live with those beautiful animals for a long time, because they're here to stay. Thank you, viewers and listeners, for joining me in this week's Quack Fact. Now, on to the movie.
All right, welcome back to the Quackdown. We just finished watching Warrior, which, if you didn't know before, available on Netflix, starring Tom Hardy, Joel Edgerton, and Nick Nolte, who I barely remember the name of. So, anyway,
Frank Grillo.
Frank Grillo, whatever. Yeah, so Fernando's seen it before. Rudy and I, this is our first time.
Mhm.
Rudy, rating?
Dude, great movie. I loved it. Watched it again.
Be honest. You need to be honest.
Still giving it an 8. Give it an 8. I don't want to give that number because I feel like all I've been giving out is 8s. But it was awesome. I love the story. I love the perspective of both brothers. And honestly, a lot of I loved the moments of like of both brothers and their relationships with the dad and how they both like interacted the relationships with their dad differently. It was like obviously they both like the dad was out of the picture. He was a drunk from most of their childhood, but they both distanced themselves from the dad differently. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
But to see that scene where he breaks his sobriety and you see Tom Hardy like kind of like take care of him for that moment, bro. Oh my god!
Doesn't that just pierce your heart, dude? Oh man,
dude. Oh my god. That scene was hard. The fuck was that?
I was yawning.
Your eyes went behind your head.
Correct.
Did you see that? Why do you yawn like that?
It was a good yawn, man.
Oh my god, it's terrifying.
I woke up early today.
Uh,
Don't even have school, and I woke up early today. That's crazy.
What's your rating?
I'm gonna give it a 9. I think it's approaching.
sweet. I'm so happy. About this.
It's approaching like a near perfect movie.
Yes.
My only issue is the ending and like not really getting any.
True closure.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah.
it does.
It's a
like he
little
wins,
open.
and then it's just like,
That's it.
What happened?
Yeah.
You know, Tom Hardy's going to prison, which
Yeah.
is stupid, but
Yeah.
that's how America works. And then you know this guy's gonna pay off his house, but like, what about the woman Tom Hardy's helping and all this stuff? So you can assume whatever you want. I just like closure sometimes,
Mhm.
unless like the movie is built around the mystery.
Mhm.
I think closure in a movie like this is necessary.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that's a good point. I do kind of want to see like, well, like how did they divvy up the money?
It also could have been just like a little sentence here, like when they're walking out or something.
Yeah,
like
something
like that
quick.
one
The-
shot of like they did this and this and like,
Yeah.
close it,
Or like
it's
the
a-
older brother just going like, "Hey, I'm gonna help you. Like, I'm not just gonna leave you high and dry."
Done.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or like when he's getting arrested out of the stadium, something just be like, I'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Like something
Yeah.
like that. Just
Yeah.
something quick,
Yeah.
but
To show that there is some sort of arrangement.
um who's the guy, the principal?
Oh.
Loved the principal.
The dad from Transformers.
Yeah.
That guy he was the same character.
He
I love
doesn't
him.
ever play a different character. He just plays different tiers of that character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like he's in Veep, and in Veep he's just like the grumpy version of that character.
He's almost like he gives me slight like Danny DeVito vibes.
Like
little
big DeVito,
Sure.
Banny Big Vito.
I was gonna ask you because I don't really I know almost nothing about like UFC or MMA anything like that. Is there a more dominant
Unified Flying Cats
fighting
for those that
style
don't know.
in MMA?
Not necessarily, because the UFC is built around mixed martial arts and bringing all of the martial arts in to the ring at once.
Mhm.
If somebody is super dominant in a specific martial art, let's say jujitsu, because that's usually it's either stand up kind of boxing or it's jujitsu. If one is way more dominant than the other, then that person who's more dominant is gonna try and bring them to that stage in a sense. Where like if a guy is dominant in jujitsu, he's gonna try and take his opponent to the ground. He's gonna try and submit him because he knows he's more skillful in that
his
ring.
turf. Bring him to
Yes.
his turf. Yeah.
So that's really where you kind of see a separation like that, but it's really about using all of those technical skills and mixing them all together, hence mixed martial arts, and doing the best of what you can with all of what you know.
Right.
So like and they all like the announcers and the promotions leading up to big fights like that, they always touch on that, like, oh, this guy is a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and if he takes you down to the ground, man, you're in trouble. Or like this guy, he's got hands of stone, and if you try and stand with him, you're gonna have a tough time and stuff like that. So they always touch on that, but it's really about like you dictating the fight into your favor. But if you get drugged into deep waters of that other person's skill set, you better know how to handle yourself,
Right.
or else it's gonna be over pretty quick. And that's why UFC is taking over the fighting sport in a whole, because like it's just so entertaining. Like it really is. I love boxing, but like seeing all the different fighting styles and how people can bring that to the ring and show it off is so awesome.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Like, I can go on a huge tangent about all this stuff, but like this guy named Charles Oliveira, he had kind of a rough start in the UFC, but then he had kids, and he's been an absolute assassin
Oh fuck.
since he's had kids. He has the most submissions in the UFC, and to cap that off, he was the champ in his division. I think it's the middleweight division, or maybe one under middleweight. But then this other guy, Islam Makhachev. Have you guys heard of Khabib? Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Mhm.
He fights
Gesundheit.
trains under Khabib's camp,
Oh.
because Khabib is now just a trainer. So Islam Makhachev fought Charles Oliveira, and Islam submitted him. So that's what I'm talking about, just bringing your skill
To the table and making it work.
and showing it off.
Yeah.
Yes, dude, it's so fun. It's so fun, especially if you have like your guy that you follow. Man, it's so cool to see them like grow. Like Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje is from Colorado, also trains here along with Kamaru Usman.
Oh wow.
Kamaru Usman, Justin Gaethje, and Rose Namajunas or something like that. They all train under one of the best trainers in the UFC here in Colorado, and they're all amazing fighters. all except Justin Gaethje has held a true belt. Justin Gaethje has only been the interim champion, which is like one under the true champion.
Hmm.
And dude, Justin Gaethje used to literally go to war in the ring. He's one of the most exciting fighters to watch. And ever since he started training with this one trainer, I'm losing his name and it's making me mad. You've seen him progress as a fighter. He's a much more intelligent fighter, and he's amazing. He's so good to watch. He's fighting in UFC 300. He's fighting Matt Holloway, who's a menace. It's gonna be such a good fight, dude. I'm so excited. But dude, UFC's so fun. That's why I'm so happy you all watched this movie and liked it, because UFC's so much fun. Yeah,
Oh,
go ahead.
I love
Tyler, you have a question?
I do have a question. So, not a question, statement.
Yeah,
That move where they flip him over
yeah.
and land him. What's that called? Is that a suplex? No.
No,
The one that Tom Hardy kept doing?
Yeah. The like
Viciously?
that's
the
just kind
flip over boom, flip over boom.
Yeah.
That's more of like a taekwondo move where you just use their weight against them and just flip them over to get them onto the ground. I know it does have a certain name. I don't know it
That's like the Jedi in the prequels doing backflips in this movie. It happens
a lot.
in every single fight scene.
But
Yeah.
it's
And
cool every time you
Yeah,
see it.
but like I've watched, not as much UFC as you have, but here and there I've watched a few. I barely see that happening. Is that
That's not a. It used to happen a lot more in like older UFC. It doesn't happen really too much because just
hurts?
not a lot of it does hurt, and not a lot of people train jujitsu as much as they do now.
Mhm.
And when you train jujitsu, like that's like the grappling fighting style,
Yeah, yeah.
and you don't. That's like your main thing is to try and not let stuff like that happen. So like that doesn't really happen too much. It happens every once in a while, but like, dude, bringing it back to Charles Oliveira, fought Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier is an absolute beast, and Charles literally jumped on his back, and like choked him out to perfection. And Dustin could have fell on his back and slammed him, but he didn't because the choke would have just got deeper. Because he actually did a very similar thing to Michael Chandler, and Michael Chandler fell on his back trying to just hurt him and not knock him off of the choke, and the choke just went deeper. And dude, Charles Oliveira is insane. I love Michael Chandler too, dude. They're all in the same division. That division is scary
Yeah.
because there's just so many killers in that division. I can't remember exact what division that is. Dude, it's so good. It's so good.
None of us, well, I'll speak for myself. I'm not a fighter. But if y'all had to pick like a specific like style of fighting to like train under, is there one in particular you guys find like interesting or?
I have two just because you could use both of these probably for everything, and it would be boxing and jujitsu.
Okay.
Because jujitsu, if somebody gets a hold of you, you know how to handle yourself. Like
Right.
if somebody grabs you and like tries to tangle you up,
Totally.
jujitsu is really good for that. And just stand up boxing is like if you know how to use your hands, you're dangerous.
Yeah.
If you want to get more technical than like taekwondo, just because it mixes in like kicks and stuff,
Mhm.
but like if somebody grabs your leg and stuff, like jujitsu would help a lot with that too. I don't know. That's why mixed martial. That's why there's like not a lot of people. I don't know if that's true, but like more people train everything now, and there's mixed martial arts like gyms as a whole where they kind of teach a little bit of everything.
Oh, so just so you're a little familiar
Yes.
with? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Tyler?
I was trying to think of a pun this whole time.
I knew you were going to open with some sort of joke, but I'm genuinely
Um,
curious what your answer is here.
I don't know. I don't know enough about all the fighting styles to like even begin. I don't know. I don't see myself fighting.
This is why
ever.
I asked.
Yeah, I think like I can't even like begin to picture myself in that scenario because I mostly like I only want to fight if like I have to fight.
Mhm.
That's And I will if I have to. Like if it comes down to it, oh, absolutely. Like because, you know, I worked in retail, I work in a school, you always think about like the worst case scenario
Mhm.
and like what you do there.
Sure.
And I'm always like, I'm going to fight. Like cuz I'm not making it out.
That's why I really like this guy named Jocko Willink. Do you know who that
You've
is?
thrown a lot of names at me in the last 10 minutes.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't
You're like, this
matter.
guy, Georgie Milamopoulos, he's freaking insane in the ring. He's a monster, but he got taken down by this other monster, Frederick Rederico, and he's
That sounds
both
badass.
You know, well, this is kind of just a
Federico.
random tangent. You know Theo Vaughn, yes?
Yeah.
He's really good friends with Dustin Poirier.
Are you lying?
What?
Do you know who that is?
Theo Vaughn?
Yeah.
You don't know who Theo
He's
Vaughn is?
comedian.
Okay. No.
You don't know who Theo Vaughn is?
No.
Really?
No.
He's
I
like,
thought the way you said it, just in this tone of like, oh, he's lying.
you know who Theo Vaughn is?
He's a comedian that like got super big in the past couple years.
Maybe
He's-
I've seen his
he's
face.
ti-
Maybe I
he's-
just never knew what his name was. Hold on. Wait.
Look him up.
Yeah.
You know him.
Proceed.
I'd be a little surprised you haven't seen him.
Proceed.
But him and Dustin Poirier are huge friends, and like, Theo Vaughn's at a lot of Dustin's fights, and usually if Dustin wins, he'll like point, and usually he's
Oh.
pointing to Theo Vaughn.
Oh.
Yeah, you know him.
Yeah. He's all over my TikTok like
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah,
I never knew his name. Who's the other guy? Dustin what?
Dustin Poirier.
That
That's
sounds familiar.
Pouriea.
Close.
No way. I
Lo-
just
think
threw a
it-
bunch
I
of
think
letters
it looks
out
like
there.
Poirier or Poirier or something
It
like that.
does.
Perrier.
Yeah, dude, that guy's a beast.
This guy I don't know.
That guy's a beast.
He looks intimidating.
He's
Okay,
also
I
he's
do
also
feel
such. He has a hot sauce too.
Is it good?
I've heard nothing but good things. I haven't tried it, but yeah. Oh shoot, what were we just talking about? Oh, Jocko Willink. He's a dude. He was a SEAL commander. He was in the Navy SEALs for like 20 years and led like there's like I forget what it's
Battalion.
called, but there yes,
Wow.
because he was in charge of a bunch of different SEAL teams, but sometimes they would have to come together and do an operation or something like that, and he does jujitsu because he goes, I don't want to fight. He goes, if you want to fight me, I'll just run away. He goes, I don't care if you call me like a bitch or anything like that. He goes, I don't care. He goes, if you want to fight me, I'll just run away. He goes, if you grab me, then I can't run away. And we're going to have to do something about that.
Why is that
I'm
so
not-
scary?
That's
I'm
why-
not
he's
trapped
a
in here
very-
with you.
He's a
or what?
he's
What's
what?
the Rorschach quote when he's in prison?
Oh,
I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me.
Oh my
yes.
God.
That's the definition
Yeah.
of what he talks about. And
It's the T-Rex motto too.
he's such a genuine nice individual. He teaches leadership to like companies literally hire him to teach better leadership skills to people like new CEOs or anybody they bring in for a leadership role.
Hmm.
That's what he does. He has a bunch of leadership books and stuff.
Oh.
He's an awesome dude. His podcast is awesome. His friend that he does the podcast with, his name is Echo Charles. Dude, what
Oh,
a
you've mentioned
badass
this.
name, dude.
Echo Charles, you did tell me about this.
But yeah, he loves jujitsu for that reason. He goes, if you grab me, he's like, we're gonna have to solve that issue right then and there. He goes, if you want to fight me, I'll just run. He goes, I don't care. He goes, but if you grab me, it's a different situation.
Oh my God.
And that's why I really like the idea of jujitsu. And I would honestly love to train jujitsu in the future.
I've always thought Muay Thai looked really cool.
Muay Thai is, oh, that's what I meant. Instead of, what I say, Taekwondo? Yeah.
Yeah.
Muay Thai is
Oh, okay.
deadly. Dude.
Yeah, it
It's
looks
deadly.
it looks fun.
What's that? There's like a version of Muay Thai from like the Philippines or something. You know what I'm talking about? It's just like a different kind of style of Muay Thai that introduces more lead kicks.
Mm.
Dude, I've seen a couple fights recently. One very recently. I forgot which UFC it was. The fight ended because of a calf kick. Because this dude kept kicking this guy's calf.
Mm.
And when you watch it, you go, To most people, you go, that can't hurt that much. Dude, it's so painful. And he kept destroying this guy's leg. You could see that he wasn't able to put pressure on it. But because he's in the fight, you try to keep like a stone face.
Right.
And he was like, you could tell every time he tried to put his leg down, he just couldn't. And he kicked it one more time and literally just fell down. And the ref stopped the fight because he couldn't fucking
God.
stand. It's insane. And that, I know I'm just rambling.
That
But Justin Gaethje has one of the hardest kicks in the UFC, and that's by a bunch of other fighters. When they go, who's the hardest kicker you've ever faced? A lot of them go,
Leon
Justin
Maggott.
Gaethje.
Jesus.
He's a menace.
any relation to the clown,
Who?
John Wayne Gacy?
Oh no, it's Gaethje, but it's spelled like it has like a th somewhere in there or something. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Change
just because he's one of my favorite fighters, and I've seen a lot about him. I love how he walks his dog sometimes, because I know this is very weird, but like they did like a promo on him before one of his big fights. Sometimes his dog, you know how sometimes dogs just go, "I'm not walking anymore."
Yeah.
And they just kind of lay down and stuff.
Yeah.
He picks his dog up. His dog climbs on his back, and he gives his dog a piggyback ride, and walks home. Like he carries his paws. He puts his back paws in his hands, and the dog's front paws are on his shoulders,
Falling over him.
and he just carries him.
That's
It's
adorable.
hilarious.
While watching this movie, I had the thought that like as a civilization, we've only evolved past we've only evolved fighting one step, and that's the removal of the to the death portion. Because
From Coliseum days.
yeah.
That's a great point because somebody just talked about that recently. That's what the UFC is.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
are fighting to the death. There just happens to be a ref in there
Yeah.
that stops it.
That's actually wild. Yeah,
That's-
that's exactly what's happening.
That is, yeah.
Oh my god.
So just a thought I had.
It's
We're
the
we're
closest
we're
we'll ever
we're-
see truly to gladiator times is watching UFC.
That's crazy to me.
not
it's
unless
crazy
we
that-
host our own off books gladiator fight.
True.
That's crazy that we gladiator times. That was legit just entertainment. It's Monday night. You want to go see the fight?
I watched
So
Jerry
intense.
get beheaded yesterday. I don't know if I can do it again.
I lost money on that fight.
Oh, dude.
Zeus is gonna
There's
kill
so
me on
many-
this one. That's
And like
wait, Jupiter, because it's the Roman
There you go.
Coliseum.
a lot of those fighting stories that we've seen in like Rocky and this movie Warrior and like all those, you see them happen in real time. If you pay attention to fighting sports and stuff,
Oh,
you
like
can
those
see
stories,
it
like
come true.
yeah.
Like what I just showed you on Leon Edwards versus Kamaru Usman.
Mhm.
Dude, because Leon was losing the fight the entire time.
Right.
And his corner man goes, "Hey, you're down like 2 rounds. You need to win this fight by knockout or you're going to lose." And he goes out and head kicks him and drops him. Dude, so good. It's so good. It's so entertaining. It's so fun.
Have we all seen the Rocky movies here?
Not all of them.
Which ones have you not seen? Or which
Pass.
ones have you seen?
I know I've seen 1 and 2. It's been a long time,
Right.
and I think I've seen parts of the other 2, but not all the way through.
There's
for
3
sure.
more.
There's
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 Rocky
6.
1 through 4 and then Rocky Balboa.
those Rocky 5 and then Rocky Balboa.
Oh, there was a Rocky 5?
5 sucks. That's why it's never brought up. 5.
What was
sucks.
the Family Guy joke?
Which one?
He has to go to the moon or something like that. It's like Rocky 6, alien invasion, and he's like 75. He's like, I gotta go to the moon.
Oh, I remember
And
that
his
joke,
wife's like, Rocky, you can't go to the moon. There's no air up there. And he goes, well, there's no air for them up there either.
but- Have you seen all of them?
I have.
Do the Creed movies count as Rocky movies?
Same
In a
universe,
sense,
yes,
in a
but I will
sense.
I will separate them. But it's
Something happened in Creed 3, and that's why Rocky or Sylvester Stallone wasn't in Creed 3.
Wasn't there like an
'Cause
actual
he didn't like.
issue with
The
him not
story.
being in it?
Well, no, he didn't like somebody that was involved heavily in the movie. I forget which person exactly it was.
Oh,
Was
I don't
it-
remember if it was no, because
Was it
Michael B.
not-
Jordan directed.
It was Jonathan
It might have been Jonathan
Majors. It had to have been Jonathan
because
Majors.
he
What
had
was
a
the
he
beef?
because
I mean, there's been stories about Jonathan Majors for years about
Yeah.
him
Oh, so they
being
still
just
just
like an
knew?
asshole to work with.
because
Oh.
in an interview, Sylvester Stallone was like, if Michael B. Jordan wants to continue the Creed storyline and do this and that, he goes, if he brings me something and I liked it with all the certain people that I'm fine with, he goes, I'll do it. He goes, but that wasn't the case with this one. So
he's
he,
he's very smart about who he associates with.
Still
yeah,
on?
Yeah.
that's why
And-
his new show is. I really like his new show.
What's the show?
It's with Guilfoyle, right? Is that the show?
Guilf-
Same show?
yes, yes.
That's the name
What's
of
it
the show?
called?
Oh.
No, it's
Is it Mayor of something?
no, I think it's King, isn't it?
No, because Mayor of Kingstown is Jeremy.
Yeah,
Renner.
but it's not Mayor. It's oh my gosh.
It's like right there. Like I can see Tulsa King.
Tulsa King, yes.
Tulsa King.
It's pretty
It's
good.
really
It's pretty
good.
good.
It's
Alright.
really good.
It's one of those Taylor Sheridan shows,
Yeah.
which you've seen none of Taylor Sheridan's shit.
I don't think so.
That's surprising.
Yeah.
He
What?
makes so many things.
What, like
Yellowstone, Hell or High Water,
haven't
Sicario,
seen. Haven't seen.
Lioness.
Don't know what that is.
Lioness. What's that mountain one with Jeremy Renner, Elizabeth Olsen?
Oh, Wind River?
Yes, Wind River.
He did that too?
He did that.
Wow.
Yeah, he's talented.
That's insane.
He's really good at doing like new age westerns. That's like his thing. Because like even Sicario, I'd consider to be like a little bit of a western in a weird way.
Tulsa King is that's so funny because Tulsa
He
King
also did
is
Mayor
a,
of Kingstown.
is a mix. Oh, that's right.
He's a menace. Talk about a menace,
It's-
dude. That guy can type.
That's what I was gonna say.
He's
How-
out there clickety clacking
he
in
has
front of
all
every
this
audience.
stuff in his head.
Yeah.
And also producing
Yeah.
new seasons every year.
He's pretty much like,
like,
in
all of
charge
these
of
shows.
Paramount.
Oh my god.
It's so crazy. But Tulsa King is the perfect mix between like a newer Western movie or show or whatever and like the mob.
Yeah.
Like that's what it is. Because Sylvester Stallone's character is a mob guy, but then he moves to Tulsa. And you have this like cowboy-esque vibe that you get from him, but he's also bringing the mob aspect of his past life.
Kinda
And
like,
it's a really good show.
sounds like Lilyhammer, but even further away than Tulsa. Did you ever watch Lilyhammer?
I think I tried once, but it was like when it first began and I was much younger and I didn't like
It was in high school.
Yeah,
And I
I-
think I got. Can you even still watch it?
it got removed from Netflix, I'm pretty sure.
That's crazy. I
That
like I like
was
that
that
show
was
a
one of the
lot.
first ones that made me start buying Blu-rays of stuff cuz I was like that's their exclusive content.
Yeah, that it was
They're
one of the
just-
first original
It's
shows
gone?
Netflix
Yeah.
had.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch it?
Really? Uh-uh.
It was. I think it was loosely based off The Sopranos. I don't know if
Mhm.
it was like the same character or if it was just. Anyways, a mobster from New York
That's true.
is pretty much he leaves to Lillehammer in Norway because someone put a hit on him. So that was like his way of like escaping with a new identity and whatnot. And it's like the most peaceful town on the planet. There's no conflict. There's nothing like that in this town. And he slowly, it's kind of a comedy and also kind of like serious in some ways. He pretty much forms like his own little mob of like these local Norwegian people. And he like somehow brings conflict to the town for like the greater good. Like he's defending certain people. But like
Wow.
that's like the whole premise of the show. It was really funny.
You're describing Tulsa King.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, because that's not.
There's
really
a
familiar.
very small conflict in the town, but it's not huge at all. But
Yeah.
he makes it a lot bigger. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's basically
it's
Tulsa
pretty.
King.
Yeah, it was a good show.
What?
I don't know if I'll ever be able to. What? Whoa.
The greater good, you say. Everything's for the greater good.
What do you?
Half of the conversations we have in here end with for the betterment of or the greater good of. Oh,
Oh,
Go ahead.
go on.
ever since you kept saying for the betterment of, because like we've had multiple weeks of you like Elon for the betterment of humanity,
Right.
Dune for the betterment of
The
Arrakis,
Fremens.
Yeah.
and now we have for the betterment of Sweden. This is for the betterment of Norway.
Well,
They're fighting for the betterment of his house in this movie.
oh, back to I was just gonna ask. Do you have a favorite Rocky movie? You should watch skip 5. You should watch 6 though. 6 was good. That's just Rocky Balboa.
Rocky
That's a
Balboa.
good one.
Really? I thought it was okay.
Really?
Yeah, but my favorite.
Come on. Give it
Uh,
to me.
I'm kind of taking one out of it just because, obviously, without the first one, you don't have the rest of them.
Mhm.
It would be between 2 and 4. I love 4.
4 is the best one.
It's so
4 is
good.
so sick. Did you watch 4 with Ivan Drago?
3 is also really good too.
With Apollo Creed.
Uh,
Was
They
that
all
2?
have. Well, they all
Apollo
have.
Creed was in the
Apollo.
first 2.
Yeah.
Like he was like
and
the
well,
fight.
and 3,
And
the
3.
beginning of 4.
3 was Mr. T as far as like main fight, and then 4 was Ivan Drago. I'm spacing on the real actor name.
Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah,
Do you know he's
The-
a more certified scientist than
I saw
fucking
that. I
Bill
saw
Nye?
that. Yeah, I saw that. The reason I like 3 is just because that's when you get the Apollo Creed and Rocky Balboa team up,
Yeah,
and that training montage of those two
sick.
is insane.
Mhm.
I can't believe that's Carl Weathers, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe he's gone.
I
That's
know.
so wild.
it's rough.
And especially like he was just having like a renaissance of sorts with like he's in the Mandalorian heavily. He directed most of the Mandalorian episodes at this point.
Mhm.
And he's just
Yeah,
that's a rough one.
Yeah,
that was really rough. Watching Rocky 4 all of a sudden hits even harder now.
oh yeah.
Fucking A. You should watch it. You
Dude,
should
but
watch 4.
Sylvester's like the physiques Sylvester Stallone gets for the Rocky movies is
Dude, the
wild.
training montage for 4 is one of my favorites because you see Rocky training in like this old ass cabin in the snowy mountains with like old school trainings. He's just like chopping wood. He's like running up these mountains, and then you see Drago, who's like in this like scientific lab.
Yeah.
They're like injecting him with shit. He's
Yeah.
got like these fancy machines. So it's like seeing the contrast of those trainings. I'm like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
This is so. He's doing all this bare bones. And the songs, soundtrack is
Oh,
fire.
dude. Yeah.
So good. Watch it. I haven't seen Creed 2 or 3 though. I've just seen the first one.
Really?
I was hyped for Creed 3 because
It's pretty good.
Majors looked stacked in that.
He's
trailer.
huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure that fight was good.
It's a shame he's such a dick.
Creed. I'm surprised you haven't seen Creed 2. Creed 2 is the continuation of Rocky 4.
Right, because it's Drago's son, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was.
That's a good story too.
I was hoping for it. I also. Oh man, who's I'm spacing on her name. Who's the love interest in Creed? She's
Oh, I don't know her name.
Valkyrie from Thor.
Yeah.
Tessa Thompson.
I love her.
She's really cool.
She is amazing.
Good talk.
The only reason I would watch that new Men in Black movie with Chris Hemsworth would just be
That's
for her.
one weird thing. I don't know why they chose to do that in Creed, because she's not actually like, is she deaf in real life or going deaf
No.
in real life?
Wait,
That's a weird decision that they put.
I don't.
Well, even in Creed 1, when they get together, and she's like, she tells him that she's eventually gonna go deaf.
Really? I don't remember that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She wears like,
A hearing aid?
yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah,
Just a
remember that at all.
character choice.
yeah. I guess, yeah.
Did we? I don't think we talked about this on the pod about everything we talked about outside of it. The Avatar show, Airbender show, live action.
Yeah. What about it,
How the possible rumor that they're tweaking for Toph?
dude? They better listen to their.
Did we
fucking-
talk to you about this?
Yeah,
Not
just
on the
making her
pod.
not blind.
stupidest decision they could make.
If they don't listen to their audience, their entire audience for that show, besides people who've never watched the
They're
cartoon,
gonna fail.
is gone.
Yeah.
It's
Gone.
it's Netflix. Look what they did to The Witcher. That's one of the easiest things to adapt to just get right. Follow the books.
Was the first season good?
No.
No,
No, it had some good parts. Like it's the best of them all.
it just declines after that.
And it just, well, they keep making such stupid decisions and changing characters and changing abilities and changing how people react to stuff and removing characters. And it just,
Because like Henry Cavill had like hope that
Well,
it would eventually get
yeah.
to like a good place.
he left
And
because
when
he
it-
was done with it.
Yeah, when it kept straying off course, he was like, "What?" He's like, "What are we doing here?" Like
Because he's a nerd. He's a
Yeah,
big nerd.
straight up.
And he's a huge Witcher fan. And he was made for that role. Like, he was
Mhm.
really good as Geralt. Really, really good. And the sword fighting is dope. All that. The story just sucks. And you can see, like, he's putting his all in.
What goes on in those writing rooms that even force these changes in story? Like why is it so hard?
Pretension.
Yes,
It's got to be
insane.
pretension.
Yes.
It's got to be, I know this story. Well, it's like those screenshots of people getting in arguments with like Batman comic writers. And they're like, Batman would never do that in this story. And he's like, I'm the one who wrote this story. Yes, he would. It's,
they want to have their own imprint on the storyline, and then like they hope it works out so they can go, "That was my
yeah.
idea to have him do that or this or
Yeah.
whatever."
and that stuff sometimes works out, but like it only works out if the creators kind of give you, like, the original people doing it give you their input on, like, we can tweak it your way, but let's tweak it a little bit differently. Because that's what happened in Doctor Sleep, was Flanagan changed a lot of that story.
Mhm.
A lot of that story. And Stephen King was like, okay, good.
This is good.
Yep, this is good.
And it
This
was
is
good.
this is really good. And it's better than the book. Stephen King's even admitted that the ending of this one makes more sense.
In his?
hmm
Wow.
Well,
Wow. Imagine getting that told
It's-
to you.
It's I gush over Flanagan all the time. He is one of the most talented people alive today. And it's
crazy good.
it's insane the things he can do. And especially like, because all of his spooky stuff feels different than any other spooky stuff out there.
Because
He
it's
cares
not
about the
just-
story.
Right. He cares about everything else. The spookiness is just for atmosphere.
Yeah.
But it's not like one dimensional like most horror movies or stories.
There is because I know like you guys have an issue with his monologues in Midnight Mass, which I totally
Just
agree.
the one.
No, I mean, yes, but it does seem like it's Midnight Mass is written like a play, 100%, like with acts, and the characters are played like a play. So like in plays, there's all these monologues that are meant to like highlight the actors acting. But those two where they're talking about like, what do you think happened after death? And they both take their turn doing their oath, individual monologue. Both of them go on for like 8 minutes each. I hated that.
Yeah.
But in Usher, Mike Flanagan makes fun of himself a little bit with that. And a character gives the dumbest monologue I have ever heard in my entire life about lemons. And it goes on for so long, and I was cracking up the whole time because I'm like, why is this still going on? This is ridiculous. And I get the metaphor, but this is ridiculous. So, all in all,
Check that out.
For most horror things, if I do watch them, I try my best to forget them as fast as possible. But for the for the Midnight Mass thing, there are two scenes that I just will never be able to get out of my head, and one
Ooh,
is
the church, the Midnight Mass. Is that one of them?
like the last episode.
the second to last episode,
Yeah.
when everything goes down,
Yeah.
when they lock the doors.
No, I try to get that out of my head.
That was
But like when I forget, it's like the dude who you kind of think is the main character at the
Riley?
beginning. when he walks into the church and
Oh,
sees
gets
the
tackled?
dude,
Yes.
that terrifies me.
The pastor just going,
Oh.
oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
And
he
the
just
dude launches.
rushes in.
That scares me. I still see that to this day.
In
And
the
then
boat.
either the next episode or the
Yep.
episode after that.
Don't give too much
when
spoilers because
they're-
that's a great,
when they're in the boat
yeah.
and
The
at
credits,
the very
the
end of the
credits.
episode when it's about to roll
Oh,
credits.
yes.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right.
I hate that so
Oh,
much.
Don't spoil anything
It's so nerve wracking.
beyond this. Because
It's terrifying.
that is a show that whatever you think about it, and I think you definitely think positively of it more than negatively.
Yeah. It's a monster. You can
Yeah.
do something about that.
Yeah, yeah. That's yeah, okay, sure. But that is a show that you need to go into blind. And if you go
100%.
into that blind, it enhances that show so much.
Tenfold.
I did not watch a single trailer for that past like looking at some of like just like them talking, but I had no idea what the show was about.
You literally just put on the pilot for me. I'm like, what am I watching?
Yeah. Yeah. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's an insane and it doesn't overstay its welcome. It's a short not short, but it's 7 episodes and it's just quick and it happens
There's not
in
a whole
week.
lot of filler or anything.
Yeah.
No. Great acting from
Everybody.
everyone.
And then the father.
It's
I
great.
need Flanagan to bring him back for something.
I think he's in his new movie Life of Chuck, but I might be wrong.
He just needs to be in more things. That dude's a
Well,
great actor.
he was just in
Fantastic.
he's in a show right now. He plays Abraham Lincoln. It's on Apple
Huh.
TV.
Huh.
It's supposed to be really good. It's about the assassination of Abraham Lincoln and the hunt for John Wilkes Booth. John Wilkes Booth.
So how much of the show is the hunt?
I think a lot of it, but it says he's in it for 6 episodes. So
All right.
yeah,
That might just be flashbacks too.
true.
Depending. I
Yeah,
obviously
good point.
haven't seen the show, but
He's in what's the housing market movie?
oh yeah.
Big Short.
Oh, the bitch. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in The Big
Oh,
Short
yeah.
along with the guy from Succession.
I heard that was great.
All right.
Yeah.
The dude,
He's in Legion too. He is so good in
No,
Legion.
no,
I understand.
Why?
Push past it because that guy is only in he's only in there for 1 season, and then they turn him into a human.
Who do you hate?
It's all creepy.
The
and
man with
stuff.
the yellow eyes. He is a gross piece of garbage.
Like character, actor, and
That, like,
it's-
he like
Look,
sees visions of or something like that.
you haven't seen Legion, right?
no.
Look up the man with the yellow eyes, Legion.
Okay.
Because I know it's completely different, but have you seen the movie Legion?
Yeah, with the alien or the angels versus
Yeah.
devils.
That's kind of a cool movie. I still just can't. I don't like it.
I don't like the grandma in the diner.
I
Yeah,
try my
yeah.
best to purge that scene from my head.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Let me make sure it's the right one. Let me see.
Yeah, don't show me it. I don't
Oh
wanna see
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Wait, what's wrong with him? Like,
Well,
what
he
can't
just
you-
hides in the corner in the darkness, and all you see is his beady little yellow
Yeah,
eyes.
It's creepy as hell.
But
And the rest of the show is also already creepy, and then he comes around. I don't know.
the first season is the creepiest. I'll tell you that right now. And
Okay.
but
It's not a ghost.
can I give you a little bit
How
of a
do you know you haven't
spoiler?
seen the show?
Can I give you a little
can
bit of a
see 'em.
spoiler, just to ease
You
your
can see ghosts. Yeah,
just
go ahead.
to ease your pain? Do you know who becomes like the embodiment of him later on
Who?
and becomes like a villain?
Who?
Is Aubrey Plaza.
Oh, really?
Oh, you did tell me that.
She
Really?
becomes
That's
like a
right.
villain in that, and like
Oh, wow.
Did you crush it?
she demolishes it.
That doesn't matter to me because, like, I don't care if it's like not that creepy or not that spooky
No,
or stuff like that.
dude.
I go for zero spooky.
Oh.
Okay.
It is.
There's no spook. There's like 2 or 3 episodes of spookiness in Agents of Shield, and I just pushed past them because it's about ghosts and.
All right. Then, right here in front of a live studio audience.
There's like 500 people here.
I
If
know,
y'all- if-
yeah.
If the viewers didn't know,
Hey. I want you to watch Bly and Usher.
Why?
and I will watch all of Agents of Shield. And I guarantee you, I could finish Agents of Shield.
Do both of you have to watch these shows at the same time, or does someone have to watch?
You
one
two
before the
for
other?
sure have to watch Usher at the same
I
time.
will. I'm not denying it.
I
just-
need
I'm
you.
lazy, but
No,
will.
I know, but let's start it soon.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
Why?
We can start with Usher because I think it'll be more satisfying to you because it is. I don't think it's scary.
Well, hold on. What's the better one? Because I'd rather watch the better one second, if that makes sense.
I can't say for sure. I love Bly. I know people typically rank it the lowest, but I love it.
Because
No,
isn't Hill House his best?
Yeah.
Hill House.
To
Hill House.
fans?
I'd say is a 10 out of 10.
Uh-huh.
I think Midnight Mass is a 9 or 9.5 out of 10. Because I think everybody should watch it. I don't think it's as rewatch. Like I've rewatched Hill House a bit, like quite a bit. I can't rewatch Midnight Mass that much because it does kind of take a while to get into anything. Bly I've rewatched a lot. Usher I've only seen once, but that's because it's very, very,
I never
very
finished
recent.
Midnight Club.
It's good. It's interesting, but it's you can tell Mike that was the one that got him out the door because Netflix messed with that one so much. They wanted him to do a multi-season show and he didn't.
That's what I was
Oh.
just about to say. Is he's knocking it out of the park with
Yep.
single season shows,
Right.
And that's so crazy.
And I think that's a good way to put it. You're not expanding anything. It's like I have this story. I want to tell it, beginning to end, done.
And
Right.
he's also the master at ending a story right.
Mm.
Because it's really hard to end horror movies
the
in a
ending of
way.
Hill House is really good.
It's
I'll
really
give you
good. The ending of Midnight Mass is really good.
that. Mhm.
Just it makes sense. It's the only
get
logical.
closure.
Yeah, you get really instantaneous closure.
Mhm.
The ending of Bly,
Also satisfying.
very
Really
satisfying. And oh my god, the ending of Usher.
Okay.
The whole story of Usher is insane.
Yeah.
But the second to last episode, unbelievable. Like, it's so good. It's honest to God, it's more like because you can see this too. It's not really scary because I am not worried about what happens to the main characters because of how garbage they all are. There's one part that's like not scary that happens later on. That's more of like, oh, this really reinforces how evil this person is and how much they deserve whatever happens to them. But I on a scariness scale, I'd give it a 1
Usher?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
because it's really it's almost more of like a dark comedy, like a really dark comedy, because the characters are ridiculous. There's some funny stuff that goes on. You're kind of rooting for them to all die, but you don't know why.
I don't know how.
This is a very specific question. Is it White Lotus-y?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No. White Lotus has the first season has 1 death. Second season is a whole different thing, but the first season has 1 death. I think this show has 8 to 10 deaths.
How many episodes?
8 to 10 episodes. So, like, I think the ending would be the most satisfying to you because it is satisfying. It's once you start to see everything that these people do, you're like, all right.
So what are the terms to this deal then? Or if you agree at all?
I have to finish the 100 first. I'm almost done.
Are you really?
Yeah.
I think
Can you just tell me what happens in the last 2 seasons? I don't know if I want to go back. and
Sure,
watch
because
it.
I think I'm on season 6.
6. That's where I was like halfway through. Clark's like not really herself. She like got.
Yeah, I just got there.
Yeah. Okay, that's kind of where I was like.
Dude, I forgot how Monty dies. That
Bro,
killed me. I hate when
tears.
characters go out like that,
Tears.
dude. That
Ugh.
killed me.
For the betterment of humanity.
The one thing I do, this kind of off topic. We'll get back to the arrangement in a second. But the one thing I do like about the 100 too is like I kind of like the way they transition from season to season. They have like they ended whatever's going on in this season, and then they go, "This is where we're pushing
the
to,"
new threat.
and then like the new season comes, and they're like, "This is what's going on now. This is their new obstacle."
Like there's no room for them. Like once they've
Yes.
surpassed whatever problem they had, there's no rest. It's like
Correct.
here's the next thing.
Yes, there's never like a day or a week in the 100 where they're like,
Let's just chill out.
"Whew, all
Yeah.
right, we're good."
'Cause
Never.
Just the transition from season 1 to 2 was
Wild.
nuts, and then in the grand scheme of things, the whole show, it's next to nothing,
Yeah.
which is nuts.
Yeah.
It's a good show.
And then leading to season 6 is wild. But yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Arrangement.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so there are how many seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
7,
Okay.
but technically kind of the last 2 are one season,
Okay.
Like they split them in
just
half.
like episode wise.
But they're shorter, right? Because it's
Yes,
each
because
season's like 20.
from 1 through 5 they're 22 episodes, and then 6 has like 11, and I think 7 has like 12 or 13 or something like that.
Okay. So 6 seasons, in a way.
Basically,
lot
you
of
could
viewing.
think about it with 6
That's a lot of
seasons,
viewing.
22 episodes each, all 45-minute episodes.
I know. I'm trying to.
It takes me
I'll tell you what.
It
I'll
takes
tell you
me
what.
at least
I'll give you 2 seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
almost
per
2
show.
weeks.
It's not bad.
Okay, well, I'm gonna
That's
crank.
a lot of episodes. For
I'm gonna
you.
crank.
I
through
understand
these
that.
shows, though, because
I
I
get that.
finished the
That's what
100
I'm
in
saying.
like a couple days. Well,
I'm
I'm
giving
almost
you.
done already.
I'm giving you 2 seasons. That means the other 2, because I'm counting 5, 6, and 7 as 2, because that's by your
right.
Math.
math.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Then
Okay.
I would like you to watch season 2 of Castle Rock. It is.
Oh,
It's. You could probably finish Castle Rock season 1 if you want, but you will like season 2 of Castle Rock more than season
didn't
1.
I start watching that?
You did, but you didn't finish it because there's that one episode has one of the coolest and most upsetting descriptions of Alzheimer's I've ever seen in my life.
Oh,
It's
alright.
this woman who's like constantly traveling in time, and that's how
yeah.
her.
Oh yeah.
That's such a cool.
That was the last
and
episode
devastating.
I watched, I believe.
That's like the second to last episode, so you're like
I
almost
do
there.
remember that show now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but season
They-
2 you'll
that
like
kid
more.
is essentially
Season 2 is closer to Midnight Mass. Very close to Midnight Mass.
Whoa.
Like
Oh, that's interesting.
season 2 is based off the Stephen King novel
And
that
it's,
inspired Midnight Mass.
Oh.
and it's a part of like the same story as season 1.
It takes place in the same town. There's a couple characters that show up, but for the most part, they're like Castle Rock was supposed to be like a Stephen King anthology thing.
Multiverse thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So think of it separately. There's some people that still show up. There's some faces you'll recognize like that. Yeah, it's either that or you finish the first 2 seasons of Boardwalk Empire.
I'm down with that.
Okay.
I'm way more down with
Okay.
Boardwalk Empire
right.
than anything
All right.
scary.
So here's what we got. Because I was gonna
Boardwalk
show.
Empire is American Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, it 100% is. That's the best way to describe it. And
With Buscemi, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Wild.
and it has like the same like a villain per season kind of thing. And
It's also kind of the same time period, isn't it?
yeah. This is pre-depression. I'm pretty sure is Peaky Blinders, and Boardwalk, and I think Peaky is post.
No, it
starts
starts
World War-
pre, ends post.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good show, and you started it, but you never like.
I
got
watched like
further
the
into
first
it.
episode or something.
Yeah. Deal?
So am I just watching Boardwalk?
No.
No, that's after.
Oh wait, what?
So I'm saying you at least have to get through the first 2 seasons of Boardwalk because the first season is short.
For
I think.
what?
So in exchange for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you watch
All of Agents of Shield?
all of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Okay.
You watch Bly, Usher, and the first 2 of Boardwalk.
Oh no. Can I just watch all of Boardwalk?
You can no. I'm just saying at minimum.
Without the scary ones.
No, that's the whole.
No,
goal
yeah,
of this
yeah.
arrangement,
Oh.
is to watch
The
scary
goal
ones.
is the scary
I don't
ones.
need anything extra.
I
on
need-
top
I-
of the
Boardwalk
scary
is a
ones.
bonus.
Fernando, I'm getting you to finish out your Mike Flanagan filmography. of the ones that I know won't scare you the worst, because I could make us watch Oculus Origin of Evil, but
no.
I don't want to get scared. So
No.
sorry, no. Wait. Oh, no, it's Ouija Origin of Evil.
Oh, fuck
Yeah,
that.
see, that's. I don't play board games
You are
anymore.
messing
Yeah.
with
Sorry? No, no way.
you are messing with powers you don't fully understand.
No, but you should watch Boardwalk too, because you would love that show.
I'm sure.
It is Peaky. It's fully Peaky Blinders.
That well, unless you wanted a part of the arrangement, I'm gonna eventually watch that anyway.
Okay, so then we'll take that out. Go back to just one season of Castle Rock. So 3 shows, 3 seasons total for 7 seasons.
Okay.
These are
Yes.
okay, just for context. These are shows that I've been begging him to watch for like 3 years now.
Yeah,
So
I haven't even asked you to watch Agents of Shield.
I know, but that's why I'm
I
throwing
just-
it in there,
I just
because
talked
that,
about it
that
a lot.
this
wouldn't you want to
microphone.
bond with him about
Yeah,
it?
Oh, I've wanted to talk about that show with somebody for a long time, but like
that's what I'm
not,
saying. I've wanted to talk
I'm
about
not
these
pushing
shows.
it on you. Like,
Yeah. But I you know me and like getting people to watch stuff that I've only seen.
yeah,
I like talking to people about stuff.
Did you regret watching Hill House?
in a sense,
He regretted it because he was scared, but I think the story is good enough to justify
it's
watching it.
it's a really good story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
And Bly
I
is
still wouldn't have
That's
never
all he wants you to
chose-
experience.
Bly
Doesn't
and
really
Usher
matter.
are
Yes,
much
does.
Bly and Usher are much less scary. Like I'm not lying to you just to get you into it. I'm telling you right now.
Would you rather have him force you to watch something just barely remotely spooky, or make you watch something that's like?
Because I
some kind
could make you watch
Oh,
all of
God.
Black Sails.
See, but I do want to get into that.
I
I know I
know.
will like it. Just for some reason, I can't push past the like first 1 or 2 episodes.
You
I don't
got
know why.
You got
Because
it.
I love the characters.
Once he
in
shaves
the-
his head, that it goes crazy.
and I love that actor. I'm forgetting his name, but he's a great actor.
Do we got a
Do we
deal?
have Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
All
guess.
right.
It's
They're
just,
all
do
on-
we have a deadline?
They're all on Netflix. Well,
I
I'll
could
finish-
definitely finish because Agents of Shield is a lot. I can
Yeah. It
finish it by
is.
the end of April for sure because
Yeah.
all I have in April is
Nothing.
nothing because of standardized testing.
Okay.
Nice.
I have stuff like here and there, but
Yeah.
oh man,
I like Agents of Shield so much though. Fuck.
see, it's a good
Okay.
I
trade off
think it's a good trade-off.
Because
It's a good
I'll
trade-off.
finish the 100.
because he'll
pretty soon
finish
here.
What am I finishing?
Usher.
Usher. Oh yeah.
I think you need to finish Usher by next weekend.
Why?
Just cuz I don't know why. I'm just
Well,
saying.
no,
I
'cause
have had. Your
He's put it
copy.
off for a while.
He didn't. He
yeah.
didn't take the
Well,
set.
I didn't have
'cause-
Netflix for a while. That was my.
Yeah, but now you do.
Cause I'll watch.
Not Netflix, but you have the.
yeah.
I'll finish the 100 in the next like couple days, and then
I think we can get into all this after the timeline of when we watch everything.
That's fair.
well, I was just gonna say I'll finish that, and then I'll just start watching.
Everything as
Yeah.
fast as possible.
Well, what I should I watch Bly or Usher? First?
Depends on how soon this little guy is going to watch Usher.
Right,
Why?
because
So
I could talk about it
why?
with.
So I can give a second opinion. Or?
I just like to talk about it. I'd
Oh.
like to have a little like half conversation in the next podcast.
Okay.
Because I'll rewatch Usher too.
I will pop it in this week.
'Kay.
I will pop it in
All
this
right.
week.
Well, we've pushed over our time limit a little bit
Per usual.
after all of the technical issues on the last episode. This will now be our longest episode.
Nice.
Really?
Um,
Oh yeah. that's
yeah,
right.
yeah, a little bit of issues there. But yeah, we hope you enjoyed it. Hope you watch Warrior because honestly,
watch it.
go watch it. It's
Oh my god.
it's worth it. It's
Bring some tissues.
For your issues.
for your
Sorry.
issues, for your issues. Yeah. Listen, Rudy, we get that Tom Hardy is ripped, but you don't need that many tissues for that. All right.
Dude,
Yo, who
he's
brought
a
out the
monster,
Lubriderm?
bro.
Yeah, he was insane. Crazy.
All right. I'm trying to
Oh jeez.
Oh,
I keep
no.
Forgetting about these.
I haven't watched the one where
give
your
me
friend stabs you in the back or something.
it's
Oh,
so
God.
good.
I haven't
that
seen
was-
that part yet.
Oh, hilarious. Can I? Well, no.
Give me your favorite all-time badass movie quote, but given by a duck.
So in just quacks.
Yes.
Okay, let's see if we can get. Oh, badass quote.
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't. It doesn't have to be in just. It can be a pun. It could be a pun.
First one that came to mind is, well,
I wish I could do the Daffy Duck voice.
that'd be awesome.
Mine would be you
That's
can't
rough.
handle the quack.
Hmm.
You can't handle the quack.
Wait, is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, so you don't have to quack the quote.
No, I'm saying you can be punny. You could quack the
see.
quote.
Oh,
You
I
could quack
see.
the quote. I just understand it's hard to go quack 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 quack. Like I saw me doing the
Oh, so this is gonna be
quack
Yeah.
quack quack quack. It's
The first one you
That-
did of
that
that
was-
one though was
yeah.
really good.
Oh, okay. This could be funny. All right, I think I got mine. Do you have yours?
No.
Do you want me to wait? Do you want me to go?
Just go. I'll try and think of something. Shit.
All right. You want to know how I got these quacks?
That's so good.
That's a good
That's
one.
so good.
That's a
He's
good
got
one.
an army of ducks behind him. He's opening his jacket. There's just little tiny baby ducklings in his coat
That's
pockets.
they're grenades.
You just whack,
Oh
quack,
my
quack,
god.
quack, quack, whack.
Oh,
That
damn,
actually-
that was a good one.
Do the penguins in that universe, in the Batman universe, quack? Because I think the penguin goes
Quack,
whack, whack, whack,
Yeah.
whack, whack, whack.
Do those count as quacks? Or are they like
They're more whacks.
accents?
Yeah.
Accents.
All right,
Regional ducks.
hit him up.
Oh man. This isn't gonna sound the best.
Are you gonna try to do it in a voice?
No, not really. I wish I could do
He's got
this. I wish I could do this
He's
voice.
got a method act. Remember?
No, not on this one. It's kind of plain. I don't know if it's gonna sound that good though. I'll take you all, quacked. the Optimus Prime. Yeah, see, I knew that was gonna not. I knew that was.
I'll take you all on.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. Did you hear that?
Yeah,
That was
it
pretty
was.
good. That was pretty good. Oh,
I knew
God.
that wasn't gonna come off the greatest.
Whoa, quacked. Oh my god.
Optimus
Nice.
Prime is just such a G, though.
Those are good. I like this one.
Yeah.
I like that
That's a
one.
good one.
All right. Well, thanks for watching. We'll be back next week. Yeah, that's all I got to say. Thanks for watching, and see you later.
Deuces.
Goodbye.